In the previous video, we talked about system of linear equations. Now we want to see the system of linear equations connection with the vectors. So in this particular, in the previous video, we talked about the system of linear equations with no solution, exactly one solution, infinitely many solutions. Now just consider the case 1 where we have unique solution, and in that particular case we have taken this particular equation. Now we can write this particular equation in this form, wherein we are asking about how much we take vector v1 and how much we should take vector v2 so as to generate 2 0. To understand this particular thing, let us go back to our operations on vectors, that is addition and the scalar multiplication. When we talk about scalar multiplication, it actually scales the vector. So you see u1 is 1 2 and twice of u is 2 4. So you can see in the graph that 1 2 and then 2 4. So the vectors are actually scaled up with twice the length. So if that is the case, this is the meaning of the scalar multiplication. Now coming to the addition of two vectors. Addition of two vectors can be understood as if you want to move in a certain direction. If you move in a particular direction, let us suppose this one, and then you want to move in another direction. Let us suppose this direction. So then where you will reach? So you have moved in the red direction, so you, and you then you followed by that you move in the yellow direction, and wherever you result or wherever you reach finally, then this is called the addition of the previous two vectors. That is the basic definition of the addition of two vectors. So let's just try to understand what happens in our problem. In this particular case, we want how much to scale vector 1 1, then how much to scale vector 1 minus 1 to make 2 0. So we are asking about the scaling factor of u and scaling factor of v so that when we add them up, then we get 2 0. So this operation is generally called linear combination. So linear combination is scalar multiplication followed by addition of factors is called linear combination. So we are looking for right combination of the vectors that can combine to form the resultant vector which we desire to form. So we can rewrite this particular problem. When we can rewrite this particular problem we can rewrite, and we can find that it can be written in the matrix form like this. And you can see whether scalar multiplication of 1 1 and the scalar multiplication of 1 minus 1 can it generate 2 0. Now what I want you to do, try to think about what will happen in the vector case or vector understanding of case 2 and case 3. I'll just give you an example of case 2 where we get the infinite number of solutions. You will be having certain values in u and certain other values in v. So can you figure it out whether it can generate all possible values, whether it can generate a a particular value with number of different values of x1 and x2, or whether it cannot generate at all the desired result. So that's what you need to find out as an homework. Thank you.